Today we're going to talk with you about F6 taxation in the ACCA syllabus. With you I am Mukhammadkulovdan F6, who finished all 13 levels of ACCA. You can see my results in this document, and the document is about achieving high results. Except for that, I was a top achiever in Uzbekistan 5 times, and out of which 4 times top achiever in the Central Asia, and the certificate will be like that. And now let's turn to taxation. We chose to discuss UK tax system. Why? Because there is no international tax rule. That's why we have chosen one of the best developed tax systems in the world. Except for that, UK tax is one of the most examinable tax version in the world, as well as in Uzbekistan. And content is like that. You will learn through the ACCA F6 syllabus how UK tax system consists of and how it will be managed, and you will learn income tax, how to calculate income tax, and capital gains tax, inheritance tax, and corporation tax, and VAT. And we'll talk about all of them one by one. And what are we gonna learn? I want to give overall information about all taxes, and then any specific points in the next slides. First, you will learn how to calculate income or gain for the tax purpose which was mentioned in the previous slide, in this slide. And I want to make one disclaimer here. Income or gain for tax purpose is absolutely different from the income in your financial report. In order to get income for tax purposes, you will need to make some adjustments in your income in financial reports. And after finding your income for tax purposes, it can be income tax or corporation tax, it doesn't matter, and you will multiply it by appropriate tax rate in order to find appropriate tax liability. And for all of them there are some exemptions. For example, there might be some income which will not be taxed, or there might be some reliefs or allowable costs which will minimize or defer your tax liabilities. All of them we will learn in UK tax syllabus. Let's now talk about each part one by one. UK tax system. In this part you will learn what is the role of tax in a modern economy, and by what kinds of law it's managed, and how you will submit your self-assessment return, and in other words its tax report. Name is self-assessment return. For your tax purposes you will submit a return to the tax authority. It's named as self-assessment return. In this part also you will learn what time limits for submission of your self-assessment return and any claims. And the last one, you will learn what kinds of penalties exist and how they will be calculated. And income tax and national insurance contribution liabilities. It's the biggest part of F6 syllabus. It's about 50% of your tax. If you will not learn it well, with high probability you will fail the exam. In this part you will learn what types of income are included for income tax purposes. They are employment income from your main job, and income from self-employment. It can be sole trader or partnership, and property and other investment income. You will know how to calculate, and as I mentioned before, you will learn how to calculate your tax liability. And also national insurance contribution for employed and self-employed persons. National insurance contribution is in Russian equal to our социальный налог. Income tax in Russian is подоходный налог. And capital gains tax. Simply, capital gains tax is a gain by selling your non-current assets. You'll learn how to calculate your gains by sale of your tangible and intangible non-current assets. Inheritance tax is chargeable for two types of gifts. Firstly, for gifts during the lifetime of particular person, and any gifts on the death of that person. And you'll know how to calculate payment of payment of inheritance tax. Corporation tax, Russian version is налог на прибыль. And you'll learn how to calculate taxable total profits, which I mentioned before. It's absolutely different profit in financial reports. And in this list, capital gains for companies is also included in corporation tax. And if a company has some subsidiaries, it also has its own effects as a group structure for corporation tax purposes. And the last one, the last type of tax is value-added tax, Russian version, and DES. There are two types of VAT registration version. First, compulsory registration, and the next one is optional registration. You'll learn what kind of requirements exist to register for VAT and calculate, in particular situations, VAT liabilities and some effects of special schemes. There also exist, if a company has some subsidiaries, it will also affect. Now let's turn to what kind of prerequisites exist to start your F6. You must have good English level, about equivalent to IELTS 5.5 and 6, and you should have good math knowledge. At least you must know till 9th class, and good analytical skills, and must have knowledge here. At least you must know financial accounting, which is equivalent to ACCA F3. Let's now turn to how our course will be held. Tuition course lasts about 8 weeks. Lessons will be held live, offline and online, which is appropriate for you. During these live lessons, we will cover with you 25 chapters, and you will have an access to latest official Kaplan and BPP books. Also, during the tuition course, you will get a detailed study plan. Also, you will take 3 internal exams plus feedbacks from the tutor after each exam. The next one is our revision course. It lasts about 4 weeks. In this session, we are going to cover with you 600 plus questions, which will cover all tax topics, and 3 sets of exam-focused questions. It will be like mock exam. You'll also get detailed study plan and recorded video lectures for that. The last one, mock exam, it will last about 1 week. You're going to take one specimen mock exam, which is available in the internet, in the official ACCA website, and 2 authentic mock exams, which is prepared by the tutor, exactly by me. Let's now talk about tuition fee. If you will participate in tuition course only, it will cost about 2.4 million sums. Why that amount? Because it lasts about 8 weeks and effort costs that amount. And revision 1.2 million sums. The time is half of the tuition. Mock exam cost 800,000 sums. You can ask me why there is any disproportionate. Because mock exams are prepared by me, you will not take any mock exams available to everyone. If you want to take revision and mock exams pack, it will cost a little bit lower, 1.6 million sums, and also you have a choice to learn all packages, tuition, revision and mock exams together. And in this, by this you will save about 25%. If you want to learn F6 with a person who finished all 13 levels, you can contact us by the following numbers and links. Thank you for your attention.